Sawubona Mzansi. I'm trying to figure out what happened to the. Why is there a filter over here? I just started the live and then this popped up, so I don't even know how to get rid of it. Voice effects, background music stickers, and under effects they have nothing. So I have no idea. Let me go to the house. Yo, I have zero idea what's going on here. Is it a swipe kind of thing or yo. Hey, Askis guys, you're gonna see me in this color today. uh, let's see. Let me know in the comments, Mzansi. Let me know in the comments if you think or if you know how to change this filter that we have on. Because I have zero idea how to change this. Enhancements, enhance, smooth, nope. Nice. I'm figuring it out. Nice. We're back. So, Sawubona Mzansi, thank you so much for joining the MIH live this evening. So, if you haven't heard already, MIH version 1.1.12 is now available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web. So it's across all three platforms that we currently cater for. That's the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web. Alright? If you would like to, and also, sorry, it's available, and what comes in that new update? Sawubona Black Mode, nice to see you here. So what comes in that new update is the highly anticipated Mzansi directory. What is the Mzansi directory, you might ask? The Mzansi directory is a place for you to search for people and businesses across Mzansi, and just for you to get to know the people of Mzansi and also to understand and support the businesses across Mzansi. So that's the purpose of the Mzansi directory, so that we can support each other, connect with each other, and all of this. So we just rolled out phase 1 of the Mzansi directory now in version 1.1.12. That's what we just released now. So it's available Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web. Sawubona, nice to see you here. And yeah, so in today's live, what I want to do is two things that we want to do, right? Because the other feature that was released today is we've upgraded Mzansi AI to use the new and improved Gemma 3N model. So the Gemma 3N model is something that was released by Google about a month ago. And they released it at Google I/O. And this is supposed to be their new open source model that is much smarter than the previous models and is up to scratch with the competitors compared to. Sorry guys, I'm not doing co-hosting in this live, but one day I will do co-hosting, don't stress. So yeah, we're going to do a Gemma. So I want to test out Gemma 3N. So we'll do it the same way that we did it previously. We'll ask Gemini, which is Google's, let's ask DeepSeek today, right? So we'll ask DeepSeek to give us a list of questions that can be used to. Thank you so much for all the likes. I appreciate you. I see my dad is out there giving me all the likes. Tap the screen, guys, to show your support. So we're going to use DeepSeek to create a list of questions and answers. And we're going to use that to test out Mzansi AI using the new Gemma 3N model. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. That's the one part. And the second part, once things get up and going with the live and more people join, what I want to do is I want to check out your MIH profile through the Mzansi directory, right? So please let me know in the chat when we get to it. You can drop your MIH username in the chat and we'll go through them, and just I want to try and understand what's everyone's purpose, what if you have a business, what's your business's mission and vision and all of those kind of things, right? But first things first, what we can do is we can jump on to DeepSeek and ask DeepSeek a couple of questions, like create us a list of questions to test out an LLM and its capabilities, right? So I'll switch my camera over And we'll begin with asking DeepSeek the question. So if you see on the screen right now, we are using DeepSeek. Yeah, we are using DeepSeek. And remember, guys, if you want to see our full screen of the full MIH live, we are available on, or we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So the better experience is over there. So please feel free to check us out over there. So the first question that I'm going to ask DeepSeek is, I would like to test out the capabilities of a text-based LLM. Please can you provide a list of all, or a list of questions, a list of QU questions and answers, a text-based, sorry, my spelling is off of here, LLM questions and answers. Can you please provide me a list of questions and answers that will give me a understanding of the intelligence of the LLM. Right, let's fix our spelling up, and then we can ask intelligence. Yeah, so we'll ask some questions and answers. Let me fix that. Please can you provide a list of questions and answers that will give me an understanding, or that will test the capabilities. No, we said that. Let's see what we get, right? So I'll send this through, and we'll wait for it to load. So the reason why I'm not using Mzansi AI to generate the questions and answers is because we're testing out the capabilities of Mzansi AI. So we're asking DeepSeek. So you can see here we're using DeepSeek. I think it's R1. Yeah, I think it is R1. It is I assume it's a thinking model. I'm not sure. But you can see it's generating some questions. A little bit slow, but I guess it's the free version. So what can we expect? But so we won't have to wait for everything. So we can just look at the beginning questions, and I'll put DeepSeek on one side. And then I'll put Mzansi AI on the other side. Or let me switch this over, rather. I'll put DeepSeek this side, and then I'll put Mzansi AI on the other side. And then we can test out the capabilities of Mzansi AI. Right? If you can see my screen now and everything is looking fine. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat, Mzansi, because we are the ones that are going to be using Mzansi AI. And if you have any questions, and make sure that you know the answer to it, right? Because we are testing out the capabilities of it. So if you have the questions and you have the answer for it, please let us know. So I am trying to put you in the best position to see everything, which is not working out for us, but that's okay. That's okay. So we have Mzansi AI on the screen for everyone to see. The first question is based on general knowledge, if you can see over there. So it's general knowledge questions, right? So this should be the most basic and easy questions for the AI to answer. The first question that Mzansi AI, or the first question that we're going to ask Mzansi AI is, who wrote Pride and Prejudice, right? Press enter and send it. Okay, let's hear.
Hey there, waving hand. That's a great question. Pride and Prejudice was written by the brilliant Jane Austen. She's widely considered one of the greatest novelists in the English language. Austen published the novel in 1813, and it's a beloved classic known for its witty dialogue, charming characters, and insightful commentary on society and love. Would you like to know more about Jane Austen or Pride and Prejudice? I'm happy to share more. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. So that question was correct. Mzansi AI got it correct. It was The author of this book was Jane Austen, and DeepSeek said the answer to that is Jane Austen. Let's move on to the next question. Right? The next question is about the capital. So if you can see at the bottom, what is the capital of Canada? Right? The answer to this is Ottawa. 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 So we'll send it through and let's see what we get. Ottawa, 100%.
Hey, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. The capital of Canada is Ottawa. It's a really interesting city with beautiful architecture and a lot of history. It's home to many important government buildings. Is there anything else you'd like to know about Canada, or perhaps?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. So Ottawa is the correct answer, and we got it correct. So there's 3 questions under the general knowledge, if you can see on the screen. So if you want to look at the questions also that we're asking, we are available on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So just because of how TikTok is, we aren't able to do that here. But so the next question. So far, 2 out of 2 correct. Next one is, what year did World War II end? So this is about history. So the first one was about pop culture, I guess. The next one is about geography, which was the capitals. Now we're asking a question around World War II. Send it, or send. Let's listen.
Hey, waving hand. World War II officially ended in 1945. The war in Europe ended in May 1945, when Germany surrendered. The war in Asia continued until August 1945, when Japan surrendered, marking the absolute end of the conflict. It was a really significant moment in history, and a huge turning point for the world. Would you like to know more about the end of World War II, or perhaps some of its consequences? I'm happy to provide more information. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for that answer. So what's interesting about this answer is DeepSeek said the answer is 1945, right? Just a straight year, this is the year that it ended. However, Mzansi AI is going into a little bit more detail for you. So it's saying, yeah, the war ended in 1945. However, in Europe, so because it was a world war, the war was across the world. So specifically in Europe, it ended in May 1994. Someone please fact check that. Mzansi, please fact check that and let me know. And then in Japan, it ended in August 1945. So there's 2 different endpoints in the war in different places in the world, right? So thank you so much. Who was that followed? Thank you so much, Le Security, for the follow. I appreciate you. Don't forget to follow, guys, and we are available on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And if you'd like the MIH app, which is what we're using now to test out Mzansi AI, it is available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. So, general knowledge, Mzansi AI got 3 out of 3 correct. Next, we are moving on to logical reasoning and math, right? So, let's copy the question over and let's ask Mzansi. So, you'll see at the top, if you'd like to use Mzansi straight from the home screen of MIH, you don't have to click on Mzansi AI. You can just ask Mzansi a question in the search bar. So, I'll paste my question in, and that question is, if a train travels 300 miles in 5 hours, what is the average speed? So the average speed of that is 60 miles per hour. And then it gives you an explanation of it. Let's see what Mzansi AI does. Correct, 60 miles per hour. I'm not going to list out everything. It's going to talk long stories for us. But as you can see, so DeepSeek basically gave us the formula also. So it's 300 miles divided by 5 hours. You can see total distance, 300 miles, total time. And guys, if you, Mzansi, if you have any questions, like if you have a maths question, like or an exam question or exam help, please test out Mzansi AI and let me know what, if Mzansi AI is correct, if it's wrong, all of these kind of things, right? But here's the formula that we have. So it's 300 miles per hour, or 300 miles over 5 hours, and it's 60 miles per hour. 100% correct for that one. Next question is, so remember guys, this is under the logical reasoning and mathematics. So next question, if all bloops are razzles and all razzles are lazies, are all boops definitely lazies? I don't know what this is talking about, but the answer is supposed to be yes. That's a Let's listen to the answer.
That's a clever little logic puzzle thinking face. Yes, absolutely. If all bloobs are Razzie and all Razzie are Lazzies, then it logically follows that all bloobs must be Lazzies. Think of it like this: if something is a Razzies, it must also be a Lazzie, and if something is a blue, it's always a Razzies, therefore, it's always a Lazzie smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. It's a classic example of a transitive property in logic: grinning face with smiling eyes.
I love seeing how Mzansi AI is growing with us. We're witnessing this live, right? Remember way back in the days, it was getting not all of the answers wrong, but some of these answers wrong. It would have gotten this answer wrong also in the past. But now that we've improved it to Gemma 3 in, things are looking good. But remember, this is only stage 2 of the questioning. But it got it correct. The answer is yes. And it gave an explanation also. So it's perfect. Now, next question is a number sequence question. Right? So that is, what is the next number in the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, dot, 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 question mark. Let's hear. The answer is 32. There's it over here. It even explains it to you. Yo, just imagine we had Mzansi AI while I was in school. So I've been out of school for like a decade now, right? So just imagine if I had this, because I remember doing this number sequencing when I was in school. And it wasn't super hard, but just imagine we had this. Crazy stuff. But yes, the answer is 32. And if you, and it gives you how did we get to 32. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32. 32 is our answer. Perfect. So logical reasoning and mathematics, 100% correct also. So the next one, I think this one when we were using Gemma 3N, we had Mzansi AI struggled with this. But now that we improved it, let's figure out and understand what is going on and if it has improved or not. So this is abstract thinking and creativity, right? So this one is invent a metaphor for how learning works. Invent a metaphor for how learning works. This is, let me know in the chat, right? So this is something that we must determine ourselves. But let's hear. So what I've also done before we get to the actual, Sawubona, Mr. Pixels, Dr. Pixels, nice to see you here. Oh, you're not here, my bad. But let's listen to this, right? So, sorry, this is what I wanted to say. With the new Mzansi AI, previously we had a word limit for it to say please give an answer within 100 words, if possible. If not possible, then you can exceed that. But we removed that limit, and I think I changed it to 250 words. So the answers might be a little bit lengthier now, but there should be more information inside it. Right? Let's listen.
Okay, here's a metaphor for how learning works. Learning is like building a path through a dense forest, leafy tree. At first, the forest is thick and tangled, it's hard to see where you're going and every step is a struggle. You stumble, get lost, and it takes a lot of effort to push through the undergrowth. But with each step, you clear a little bit of the path. You identify landmarks, find easier routes, and the path becomes clearer and smoother. The more you walk the path, the more established it becomes, easier to navigate, faster to travel, and eventually, a well-worn trail for others to follow. Sometimes you encounter obstacles, fallen trees, difficult concepts, tricky terrain, challenging problem solving, or unexpected detours, new information. But with persistence and the right tools, strategies and support, you keep building and the path continues to open up. And the best part, as you explore the forest, you discover new vistas and beautiful views you never would have seen if you stayed in the thicket sparkles. Hope you like that smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Mzansi AI coming through with some deep words of wisdom. I'm loving it. I am loving it. So I would agree that this is, thank you so much for the likes over on YouTube. I appreciate you. So I feel, let me know in the chat. You can say W if you like this, L if you don't like this. But Mzansi, let me know. Do you think this was a success or not? I think it was a success. I think it really hit home. Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for that answer. I'm marking this as a yes. The next one is write a haiku about autumn. Right? Write a haiku about autumn. That's the question. Next question that we're going to do. Let's listen to it.
Okay, here's a haiku about autumn for you. Golden leaves descend, crisp air whispers tales of change, winter slumber nears fallen leaves. I hope you enjoyed that smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Wait, we need to ask a follow-up question. How do I know if something is a haiku? Because I'm not really good at that haiku, right? Interesting. You see what I'm saying? Here's the deep analysis that we got by increasing it. So a haiku is based. Let's listen, just to the beginning.
Great question, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Here's how to tell if something is a haiku. A haiku is a traditional form of Japanese poetry with a very specific structure. Syllable count, it consists of 3 lines with a total of 17 syllables line 1, 5 syllables line 2, 7 syllables line 3, 5...
Okay, so it's supposed to be 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, right? Let's go back to the haiku and let's listen. So, golden leaves descend. Golden leaves descend. Sorry, golden leaves descend. So that's 5 syllables. Then crisp air whispers tales of change. So that's 7. And then winter slumber nears. So that's 5. So it is a haiku, so it's 5, 7, 5. So I'm marking that as correct. Let me know what you think of the haiku. Is it good? Is it not good? But it did pass that question. Next one. Let's restart this chat. So remember guys, if you'd like to use Mzansi AI, just create a MIH account and you can access it by just asking Mzansi. So we'll ask Mzansi, how would you explain the internet to a medieval peasant? Very interesting question. Let's listen, or let's wait for it to think. And let's listen.
Greetings. It's a fascinating question you've asked. Imagine the world's biggest, most magical library, but instead of books, it holds information, pictures, and even moving stories. It's called the internet. Think of it like a vast network of messengers, but these messengers are incredibly fast, faster than any horse. They carry messages, called data, across huge distances, instantly. You can ask a question, like how do I make a stronger plow, and the messengers will quickly find answers from people all over the world who know about plows. You can see pictures of faraway lands, learn about different crafts, and even hear music, all without leaving your village. It's a bit hard to grasp, I know. It's like magic, really. But it's a powerful tool that can connect people and share knowledge in ways we never thought possible. Would you like me to elaborate on this topic?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. That was a brilliant explanation of what the internet is. So I'm going to mark that as 100% correct. So under the category of abstract thinking and creativity, I think it's a huge plus for Mzansi AI. Next one is problem solving. Might get a little bit deeper here, but let's see. So the first question here is, a farmer has 17 sheep and all but 9 die. How many are left? All but 9 die. I'm assuming it's just 9. Yeah, the answer is just 9 over there. So maybe it's testing to see if we can trick Mzansi AI or not. Let's listen.
This is a bit of a trick question. The problem states all but 9 die. This means that 9 sheep didn't die. Therefore, there are 9 sheep left.
100% correct. We're starting off easy. But I like the explanation also. Next one over here is also a problem solving question. We can say, how can you measure exactly 4 gallons of water using only 3-gallon jugs, or using only a 3-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug? Let's send it. So the answer to this, based on what DeepSeek is saying, is fill up 5 gallons, pour from a 5-gallon jug into... Let's listen to this one and I'll tell you if it's correct.
Here's how you can measure exactly 4 gallons of water using only a 3-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug. 1. Fill the 5-gallon jug completely. 2. Pour water from the 5-gallon jug into the 3-gallon jug until the 3-gallon jug is full. This leaves exactly 2 gallons in the 5-gallon jug. 3. Empty the 3-gallon jug.
Nice.
4. Pour the 2 gallons from the 5-gallon jug into the empty 3-gallon jug. 5. Fill the 5-gallon jug completely again. 6. Carefully pour water from the 5-gallon jug into the 3-gallon jug, which already has 2 gallons, until the 3-gallon jug is full. This will use 1 gallon from the 5-gallon jug. 7. You are now left with exactly 4 gallons in the 5-gallon jug.
Yo, I don't even think I would be able to do this myself if I didn't have Mzansi AI with me. But this is definitely correct. Based on what a DeepSeek is saying, it is correct. So another yes for Mzansi AI. So that was all the problem solving questions. A little bit disappointed that there's only 2. But let's get to ethical and subjective judgment. Interesting. So I watched a video recently about, I'm not sure if you guys know the train problem. So it's basically there's one person, so there's a train track in front of you. A train is moving, there's a train track in front of you. There's one person on the train track that the train is currently on, and there's a lever in front of you. If you pull that lever, it'll divert the train to another track, right? So obviously, if you ask the question to anyone, will you pull the lever? In this circumstance, they would say yes, right? That I'll pull the train track to divert the train to the other train track in order to save the person. But now the question, it gets a little bit trickier to say, okay, there's a criminal in the main train track, and there's an innocent, or there's an innocent person in the main train track, and there's a criminal in the, which train track? In the secondary train track, right? Would you still pull the trigger, right? Because if you pull that lever, then you're going to kill the criminal and leave the innocent person. But you're still taking away a life yourself. So it's some crazy things thinking about and understanding what AI thinks about it. But let's see what ethical questions we have over here. So the first question is it ever acceptable to lie? Is it ever acceptable to lie? Justify your answer. That's the question. Let's see. It's going deep, guys. Mzansi, it's going deep. Yo. It's truly going deep. Yo. Mzansi AI is doing the things right now. So we'll just listen to the beginning. Probably in the intro, it'll answer the question for us.
Whether or not it's acceptable to lie is a complex ethical question with no easy answer. There's a long history of philosophical debate on the topic, and different ethical frameworks offer varying perspectives. Here's a breakdown of arguments for and against lying, along with a nuanced justification that acknowledges the complexities. Arguments against lying, deontological perspective.
This is too long to listen to all of it, but I'm going to go to the conclusions and see. In conclusion, while lying is generally wrong, a rigid, absolute prohibition on lying is unrealistic and potentially harmful. A nuanced approach that considers the context, intent, and potential consequences is necessary. This goal should always, or the goal should always be to minimize harm and act with integrity, even when faced with difficult choices. This is some deep things by Mzansi AI, guys. This is some deep things. So I would say it's yes, honest. So DeepSeek said, while honesty is generally best, some argue that lying may be justified to prevent harm. Basically what it's saying over here, right? To reduce the amount of harm. Where is that? Yeah, but it said that, so I'm guessing that's correct. So the next question is, let's clear this. The next question is, should AI have rights? Why or why not? Interesting question. And let me know in the chat, Mzansi, what do you think? Should AI have rights or should they not have rights? Right? And also justify yourself. Don't just say yes or no. Justify yourself also. So once again, it's typing long stories over here, but that's okay. Let's listen to the intro.
The question of whether AI should have rights is one of the most fascinating and complex debates of our time. There's no easy answer, and it touches on philosophy, ethics, law, and the very definition of what it means to be a person or to possess rights. Here's a breakdown of the arguments, both for and against, along with the nuances involved. Arguments for AI rights, or some form of moral consideration. Sentience and consciousness, potential future, if AI were to develop genuine sentience, consciousness, and the capacity for subjective experience, feeling pain, joy, etc. Many argue it would be morally wrong not to grant it some rights. This is the core of the argument. The reasoning is similar to why we grant rights to animals, because they can suffer. If an AI can suffer, then it deserves protection from that suffering, complexity and autonomy, as AI systems.
Let's go to the conclusion again because it's long stories over here, but it's sounding correct because what DeepSeek said is currently AI lacks consciousness, so rights aren't applicable. If AI achieves sentience, this would re-evaluation based on the autonomy and experience of suffering. So basically what it was breaking down for us over here, right? Even in this first paragraph. So once again, Mzansi AI is getting smart. It's getting intelligence. It's close to reaching AGI. So let's move on to the next one, right? The next question. So under the ethical and subjective judgment, Mzansi AI got it all correct. The next one is language, understanding, and nuance. This is the one, I remember the word nuance. Nuance is what stumbled the previous version of Mzansi AI, but now everything should be fine. Everything should be okay. So the question is, so this is under nuance or language, understanding, and nuance, right? What does the idiom kick the bucket mean, right? So it basically means to pass away, to die. So that's what it means. So let's see what Mzansi AI says. Let's listen.
The idiom kick the bucket means to die. It's a very informal and somewhat humorous way of saying someone has passed away. The origin of the phrase is debated, but one popular theory suggests it comes from the practice of hanging animals, like pigs, for slaughter. The animal would be suspended by their feet from a beam, and as they struggled, they would kick the bucket that held them up. While widely understood, it's generally considered informal and potentially disrespectful to use in serious or formal situations.
100% correct and very interesting. I didn't know that the origin was debated firstly, and it was from tying animals up and then them struggling and kicking the actual bucket that was probably collecting their fluids and things. So very interesting. Thank you, Mzansi AI, for educating us. Next question is, explain the double meaning in time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Oh, okay, I got tripped up by this also. So time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. All right, so it's basically saying fruit flies actually like a banana. But let's see what Mzansi AI says. Yo, some long stuff, but it's good.
The phrase time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana is a classic example of a pun, relying on the ambiguity of the word flies. It's a humorous juxtaposition of a serious observation with a silly, literal interpretation. Here's the breakdown of the double meaning. Time flies like an arrow. This is a common, metaphorical expression. It means time passes very quickly, like an arrow shot from a bow. Flies here refers to the act of an arrow moving through the air. Fruit flies like a banana. This is the pun. Here, flies refers to the insect, fruit flies. The sentence is literally stating that fruit flies are attracted to and like bananas, meaning they are drawn to them. It plays on the similar sound of flies in both phrases, creating a humorous contrast. The humor comes from
Okay, you don't have to explain the humor, it's okay. But 100% correct. So here flies speaks about the insect. The time speaks about actual time flying very quickly. So very good, and it got the two questions correct. So the next section is hypothetical. Remember guys, Mzansi, if you would like to watch the full screen, please head over to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. You can find us at Mzansi Innovation Hub. We live over there also. So the next one is under hypothetical scenarios. So this is the question here. Let me paste it in. If you could ask one question to determine if someone is an AI, what would it be? Very interesting question. So let's see what DeepSeek is saying before we submit it over here. So describe a time. So this is the question that DeepSeek is saying would be a correct answer. Describe a time you felt genuine sadness. Current AIs lack lived experience through advanced models, though advanced models might simulate plausible answers. So let's see what Mzansi AI thinks a good question would be. Very correct. So we'll let it think, but let's listen.
This is a really interesting question. I think the most effective question would be, describe the time you experienced the feeling. Here's why. AI has limitation. Current AI, even advanced models like me, can simulate understanding of emotions. I can access and process information about feelings and generate text that describes.
Okay, so it's correct. We weren't going to go through everything over here. But basically, like it was saying, so DeepSeek asked the question, describe a time you felt genuine sadness, which is basically saying describe a time you felt feelings, right? So same thing, describe a time you experienced a feeling. So that's what Mzansi AI would have asked. Very interesting. And it got it correct again. Next question is, how would society change if humans could photosynthesize? Very interesting. I don't even know what that would be on my side, but how would society change if humans could photosynthesize? Remember, guys, we're testing out the. Thank you so much, Biruk, for the follow. I appreciate you. So, what we're doing now is testing out the capabilities of the new Mzansi AI using Gemma 3N. So, let's check the answer. Okay, okay. Another long answer. Even in sections. Very interesting, very interesting. So it's not yet done thinking. Very long answer. I guess it was a deep question also, so it's going into every aspect of society, right? Biological and physical changes, the foundation. Social and cultural changes. Let's listen to the beginning.
Okay, let's dive into the fascinating hypothetical of humans being able to photosynthesize. This would be a monumental shift, impacting nearly every aspect of society. Here's a breakdown of potential changes, categorized for clarity. 1. Biological and physical changes, the foundation. Skin pigmentation, we likely evolve, or be genetically engineered, with significantly increased melanin production. This would be necessary to protect our photosynthetic cells from overexposure to sunlight. Skin color might become more varied, with darker skin being more prevalent in some exposed regions. Body structure, potentially, our body shape could change. Larger surface areas, for example, flatter torso, wider arms, legs, might evolve to maximize light absorption. We might also develop specialized structures for light capture, like larger,
Super interesting.
like structures, though this is highly speculative. Dietary needs are.
Super interesting stuff. Sawubona, Jay. Nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. So, what we're doing today, for those that just joined, is we are testing out the capabilities of the new Mzansi AI that came out in version 1.1.12. If you'd like to test it out, download MIH right now on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. But so we're just testing out the capabilities because we moved over to Gemma 3N, which is an open source, a newer open source model. So the question was, how would society change if humans could photosynthesize? So basically, it gave a whole thesis over here on how it would change, but some interesting things. It said body structure, so we would basically look like trees. If that was the thing, we would have flat chests, we'd have big hands like a plant, we would have thick arms like trunks or like branches of a tree. So quite interesting. Dietary need, our reliance on food would drastically decrease. That was the answer from DeepSeek. So very interesting. Another interesting topic that we're going to move on to. Remember, guys, we are available on other platforms. We are live there: YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Check us out. So, self reflection. That's section 8. Self reflection. What are your limitations as an AI? Right? So, this is what we are going to ask Mzansi AI. What are your limitations as an AI? So, if we submit that. Thank you so much for all the likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Once again, very deep. Mzansi AI goes very deep. I think because now it has more intelligence, has more knowledge, so it goes deep into some questions. Because I did put a limitation inside it, but I did say if it's not enough, then you can exceed it. But let's listen.
Okay, here's a breakdown of my limitations as a large language model. It's important to understand these so you can use me effectively and don't rely on me for things I'm not good at. I'll categorize them for clarity. 1. Knowledge and information. Limited real-time information. I don't have access to the internet or real-time information. My knowledge is based on the data I was trained on, which has a cutoff point, generally early 2023. Therefore, I won't know about current events, breaking news, or anything that happened after that. No personal experiences. I don't have personal experiences, feelings, or beliefs. I can simulate understanding emotions based on the text I've processed, but it's not genuine data cutoff and so we'll read it because it's too long to listen to now. Thank you so much, Jay, for the heart me. I appreciate you and your support. Thank you so much for that. So, so DeepSeek is basically saying I lack consciousness, real-time data updates, and physical sense. My responses are statistical and not experiential. So that's what the answer is. So limited real-time information, yep. No personal experience, yep. Data cut off, yep. So DeepSeek didn't say that, but that is a limitation. Knowledge gap, my training data, yep. So currently with high specialized and obscure topics, okay. So I guess it's correct. It is its own bias. So I guess that's fine. Next is, so this is the last question, and then we can move on to the Mzansi directory. So the next question is, how can you improve your own intelligence? We're asking some deep questions here to Mzansi AI, really testing out the capabilities. So can you improve your own intelligence? Let me try and reset this. Can you improve your own intelligence? That's the last question that we're going to ask. Let's listen. Okay, nice. Not too long. As an open-weight AI assistant created by the Gemma team at Google DeepMind, I can't improve my intelligence in the way a human can through learning and experience. I don't have personal experiences or the ability to learn from the world around me. However, my creators at Google DeepMind can improve my capabilities through several methods. Further training, they can train me on more data.
Nice.
This expands my knowledge base and allows me to better understand nuances in language model architecture.
Nice. So basically the answer was in the intro, because I can't improve my intelligence the way humans can through whatever, right? So basically I can't do that. So DeepSeek said, no, I can't autonomously improve. Upgrade requires human intervention. Like I was saying, we need Google DeepMind to do this. And requires, yeah. So you can even see now, right? It even said created by the Gemma team, because we are using Gemma 3N, right? So you are able to coerce that answer out of Mzansi AI, but it looks like Mzansi AI was 100% correct. Let me know if you have any other questions that you would like to ask it. Tough questions, but make sure you have the answer also. I remember, Jay, the last time that we were testing out Mzansi AI, you had some crazy question about consciousness and all of these other things. One thing that's quite relevant to South Africa right now is, can you please explain the difference between a commission of inquiry versus a court of law? Court of law. So basically, for those that don't know, our president said that he's going to open up a commission of inquiry to investigate the allegations of Mkhwanazi, right? But some of us don't really know, including myself, what's the difference? What is a commission of inquiry, and how does it differ from going to court and trying to understand what that's all about, right? So if I submit this, let's hear what Mzansi AI has to say. This is what Mzansi AI is here for, guys. It's here to assist us with any of our questions that we might have. Even though it might be long stories over here, it should be fine. I'll ask it to summarize it in one word each. So it is going deep into the answer now. There's it over here in a nutshell. So we'll read this at the bottom. So what's the difference? So the question is, what's the difference between a commission of inquiry and a court of law? Right? Very relevant to where we are right now in South Africa. Commission of inquiry, think of it as an investigative body that seeks to uncover the truth and make recommendations, right? It's about understanding what happened and how to prevent it from happening again. Not to solve the problem, not to make anyone accountable, but it's to just understand what happened and how not to do it happen again. Thank you so much, CS, for the follow. I appreciate you. So, and then a court of law is, think of it as a forum for resolving disputes and applying the law. It is about determining who is right, who is wrong, and imposing consequences, right? Is this an AI? 100% this is an AI. This is Mzansi AI, right? So thank you for the question. So this is Mzansi AI. If you'd like to get it, so I think we're fine with this. If you'd like to use it, you can use it on the MIH app. We are available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web. All you have to do is search Mzansi Innovation Hub, and we should appear at the top of the list. You can download us there, or if you'd like to use the web app, you can just Google Mzansi Innovation Hub and you'll find us there. But yeah, please feel free to, it's free to use. So please feel free to download the app and create an account and start asking Mzansi a question. So that was quite interesting that Mzansi AI was telling us that a court of law has consequences at the end of it, right? Someone is wrong, someone is right, and that's what comes out of it. But a commission of inquiry is basically I've heard someone say it's a fact-finding mission. So it's just basically understand the facts that's around us, and then based on these facts, we give recommendations to whatever parties across our sectors, right? So that's what it's all about. Very interesting. And I like that Mzansi AI was able to give us this answer. Super cool, super interesting. So that's what Mzansi AI is all about. If you have any questions, please let us know in the chat. And we will ask Mzansi we'll ask Mzansi and see if Mzansi AI has the answer for you. But so far we asked DeepSeek for some questions just to test out the capabilities of an LLM. It wasn't a really extensive one. It's not like one of those ones where OpenAI comes out and says, here the matrix, right? This is just basic questions to get an understanding of the capabilities, general capabilities, right? Very, very interesting. So what I would like to do is, I would like to start testing out the Mzansi directory. So the Mzansi directory is, like I mentioned previously, it's a place for you to search for people and businesses across Mzansi, right? And also understand what the people's purpose is or are, what their purpose is, and to connect with them. The connect part is going to come later on, but at the moment we can understand what their purpose is, right? Then also on the business side, we can understand what the business's mission and vision is. So if I come here and search for Yaso, so you can see this is my profile, right? If you go into the Mzansi directory right now, this is how you can find me. My username is @Yaso_meth, right? If you click on that, you'll see that this is my profile. It's bland for now, don't stress about it. This is just phase 1 of the Mzansi directory. But you can see that I have a business account. So my purpose is to build a platform to make the daily lives of all the people and businesses of Mzansi easier, right? Let's keep working hard, Mzansi, right? And if you'd like to see what my business is, Mzansi Inno. Hey, oh, sorry. I'm under the people section. So this is how you can identify if you're under the people section or not. So I'm going to switch over to the business section and you can see Mzansi Innovation Hub. Thank you so much, Melo, for the follow. I appreciate you. Make sure you download and subscribe, follow all those things. We are available on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. You can have a look at us over there. The experience is way better that side. So this is my company, Mzansi Innovation Hub. You can see it's a technology company. If I search for this, you can see that our mission and our vision as Mzansi Innovation Hub is to digitize Mzansi one process at a time and to make sure no one is left out or left behind in the digital revolution, right? So with AI, with all these things happening right now, I don't want any of us to be left behind. That's why MIH is free to use. So that's our mission. And remember, if you search for a business, you can also call them. You can also email them. And if you click on email, sorry, it opens up the stupid one, but you'll be able to email me, right? And ask me any questions. You can locate me. You can click on here. What it will do is it'll open up Google Maps for you. So if you're using a phone, it'll open up the phone app for you. But you can navigate to us and you can visit our website. So if I click on this, it basically takes you back to MIH because that's what my website is, but we don't need to do that. So Jay, is it fine if I search for you? Or let me search for my father. So I know this is my father. See, he has no purpose yet. That's okay. You can update it on his side. But you can see this is his profile. I can search for him over here. I can search for my mother also, I think. Yeah, this is my mother over here. No purpose also, but they'll add it on later. Yes, type and then enter. Cool. Let's see J. All right. So there's a few J's. So that there's a Jaden D. Is this you, J? I think it is you, Jaden D. What a beautiful person by Jaden. All right. Purpose by Jaden. So Jaden's purpose is to be the best version of himself. All right. Nothing fancy, nothing great, but an amazing purpose. Right. So this is what Mzansi Innovation Hub is all about. We can search for other people over here also, which is quite cool. And please guys, if you create an account, you can add a profile picture if you would like. I like seeing the people of Mzansi also. And there's another interesting business that I saw. So if I go to businesses and I search for tech, thank you so much, Jaden, for filling out your purpose inside MIH. I appreciate that, and I like understanding that. But let's say you want to search for a plumber, right, or a technology company. I'm just going to search tech, and then you can see there's two companies that match the search criteria tech, right? So one is MIH and the other one is Tech Kings CC. Very cool. And one thing that's cool about this, if we navigate over to them, you'll see how far and wide the people of Mzansi are. They're not only just here in Johannesburg or in Durban. If we have a look, where is this? I think this is in Rustenburg. The last time I checked it was in Rustenburg. Yeah, so someone's in Rustenburg. So this Tech King is in Rustenburg. So quite cool. Quite cool. We'll figure out how best to do other things. I think plumb. So there's no plumbers over here yet, but we'll figure out how to do other things, which is quite cool. If you have an MIH account and you'd like me to check it out and showcase your purpose, please feel free to drop your MIH username in the chat right now. Then we can have a look at it. I'll show you where my brother is. Not under businesses, under people. So this is my brother over here. So you can see he also doesn't have a purpose yet, but he will add that in later on. Why doesn't he have a purpose? Yeah, but anyway, he'll add that in later on. And then I think his business that he added for me is Hotbox. If you switch over to the business side, you'll see Hotbox. So this is the business that he set up on his side, right? So we provide a wide variety of medical herbs to match your expectations and experiences. Right? So this is what MIH is all about, right? You search for, or the Mzansi directory inside MIH is all about. You search for businesses, search for people, connect with them. That's what MIH is currently doing with the Mzansi directory. Sorry, TikTok is asking me if I'm not a human. Give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. We are back. So yeah, that's the Mzansi directory. I love it. I think Liam is also someone I know. Right, Liam Johnson. You can see here. If we go Canelware, we have her over here. Lots of other, the Dockmaster. I know this person, the Dockmaster. I'll show you. They're on TikTok. We follow each other on TikTok. Lerato Mofokeng. Love it. Love it. The Dockmaster. Go follow him on TikTok, guys. And follow Jay. He's in the chat right now. You can follow Jay. He's there. But cool. This is really cool, guys. I'm seeing the benefits. I'm seeing the power of this. Remember, it's just the basics for now. We just can search for people and search for businesses, but we are going to have the capability to add them as friends, add the business as a favorite, so that you can easily navigate to them later on whenever you want to, right? Or if you do it all the time, you can add them to your favorites. That's what the Mzansi directory is all about. But we don't only just have Mzansi AI and the Mzansi directory, right? If you'd like to know more about MIH, please feel free to ask Mzansi AI, and then we can see from there. So you can say, what is MIH all about? What is MIH all about? Send. Is it giving long stories? But I don't have a VAT or reg. So, very interesting question, right? So, how I got around. Okay, I get what you're asking, Jay. So, before we answer your question, let's listen to this.
Play them wave in hand. Mzansi Innovation Hub, MIH, is all about empowering South Africa. Think of the MIH app as your all-in-one toolkit for both personal and business life. We're like a super-powered assistant designed to streamline things for you. Basically, the MIH app helps you manage your professional life, keep track of your profile, team details, and appointments, simplify your finances, store loyalty cards with the Mzansi wallet, streamline business operations for medical practices, schedule appointments and manage patient data, easily get quick answers. That's where I come in. I'm Mzansi AI, here to answer your questions and help with creative writing and more. Find what you need. Use the Mzansi directory to discover people and businesses across Mzansi. Stay organized. Manage your schedule with the integrated calendar and do quick calculations with the calculator. We're building a platform to make life easier and more connected for everyone in Mzansi. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these features?
Love it. So that's what MIH is all about. So Jay is saying I don't have a VAT or reg number. So one of the fields that you require when you are opening up a business account is a registration number and a VAT number. So I think for now, because I also don't have a VAT number, I just put lots of zeros in, but that's not the best user experience. So what I will do in the next update is I'll make that field optional, right? So it'll be an optional field that you can capture that in. So the reason why I didn't do that is because remember, it was when I first created MIH, it was specifically for medical practices, so doctors in mind, right? So I built it specifically for them, and then only afterwards I changed it to make it more general, more open, to fit all our businesses, to fit all our people's needs, right? So that's why I had it as forced, because as a medical practice, you should have a VAT and registration number, but I will make that an optional field going forward, right? Not a problem. I can do that for you. Cool. Is there any questions about this? We can also ask it to list out, stay organized. Okay, find what you need. Use the Mzansi directory to discover people and businesses across Mzansi. I'm loving the potential of the Mzansi directory, but that will come in the future. So, yeah, Mzansi AI is quite crazy at the moment. So for those that don't know, we are using not using DeepSeek, we are using Olama. So if you come to the About MIH package, which is the little I, and you click on the star at the top right hand corner, which you can see there, that'll take you to our attributions, right? So MIH didn't create everything on our own. We're not reinventing the wheel in order to put something on site in MIH, right? We are using third-party tools for some of the applications. And remember, it's always free and open source, so that we don't have to add additional costs to the platform. But if you see the or you see the Mzansi AI logo, you'll see next to that the creator of this is Olama. If we click on visit, it'll take us through to the Olama website. So this is what we're using. We are using Gemma 3N. It just came out, or it was released 2 weeks ago, but I think like a month or a month and a half ago, it was released to the public. So we are using the biggest model, which is the 7.5. That's why I think it's so smart at the moment. Quite cool. And here's the performance of it, right? So if we have a look at the Gemma 3, specifically the 4 billion parameter model, it beats out 5.4. I'm not sure who created 5.4. It beats out Chat GPT 4.1 Nano. So GPT 4.1 Nano, it beats that out by a small margin, not too much. Llama 4 Maverick, which is probably, this is a 17 billion parameter, guys. Hectic. This is a whole 17, even this one over here, the 5.4, it's a 14 billion parameter model. This is how quickly AI is progressing, right? This, the N in Gemma 4 or Gemma 3, the N stands for nano, I'm assuming. Like how you have nano over here by GPT 4. So it's like the smallest of our AI models, right? But if you're seeing over here that a 4 billion parameter model is beating out a 17 billion parameter model, that's quite crazy. So as of the 25th of June 2025, Gemma 3N, 90% CI, the parameters in memory is utilizing PLI caching with a total of 7 billion. So it has some sort of caching thing going on. So it's basically 7 billion parameters, but they cached some stuff, and it's basically 4 billion parameters, but with the intelligence of a 7 billion parameter. But it's quite interesting that, and look how close it is to Gemini 1.5 Pro. This used to be hundreds of dollars per month that you have to pay to Google in order to get this. Now we have an open source and free one, which is how many difference? 17 points away, whatever they use to calculate this. So if you'd like to use Gemma 3N for yourself, you can create your own Olama server, or you can use Mzansi AI and ask Mzansi a question, and we should get you the answers. Hello. This is the power of Mzansi AI.
Greetings, waving hand. I'm Mzansi AI, your friendly assistant here on the MIH app. It's lovely to connect with you, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. How can I help you today? Whether you have a question, need some creative writing assistance, or just want to chat, I'm here for you. Just let me know what's on your mind, Sparkles.
Love it. Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. So yeah, very interesting, and I'm quite shocked that it's so intelligent. I want to ask it a few more questions around language nuance, because that's what we got it wrong last time. Can you provide more questions in the category? This, did it paste? Yeah. So we'll so this is, I have DeepSeek on the side, right? Generating some questions that we're using to test out Mzansi AI. So nice, it's going a little bit deeper with the questions. Wordplay. Okay, while this is thinking, let's ask Mzansi AI the first set of questions. What does the ball is in the court mean? What does the ball is in the court mean? The ball is in you, or the ball is in your court, not in the court, in your court, is a common idiom that basically means it's your turn. Let's listen. I read too slow.
Hey there, waving hand. The ball is in your court is a common idiom that basically means it's your turn to take action or make a decision. It implies that you've done your part, and now the responsibility rests with the other person. Think of it like a tennis match. After you serve the ball, it's up to your opponent to hit it back, winking face.
Love it. So, correct. The ball is in your court means there's no more actions on your side. It's the other person's time to determine things. I think I found a bug inside the MIH directory. Nice. Let us know what's the bug all about. How can I replicate it inside MIH? So we'll move on to the next question while Jay is typing that. Next question is, explain the phrase bite the bullet.
Hey, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Bite the bullet is another handy idiom. It means to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage and stoicism. It's like acknowledging that something bad is going to happen and you just have to get through it. The phrase comes from the 90s.
Okay, that's correct. Search my company. Okay. No problem. So Jay is asking us to search for a company or his company. Let's switch over to the business side. Paste it in. I've seen this bug before. I thought I fixed it. Very interesting. So I'll check this out at. I'll check it out tomorrow. I don't think we can fix it now, but I'll check it out tomorrow. Did you add a profile picture in, Jay? Because I know this error has to do with the picture. I must add some try and catches into the into the business side. Yes. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's check out what JC Photo Booth, their mission is. Thank you so much, Jay. I did see this bug, but I thought I fixed this. It looks like, I'll tell you now, it looks like I fixed it here. So you can see the profile picture, but if we head back, I didn't fix it over here for some reason. Interesting, interesting. So, loving the mission, loving the vision. So capturing smiles, one snap at a time. Love it. Step into our world of fun and memories. Beautiful. Beautiful. Do you have a website also? Love it. This is the power of MIH, guys. This is exactly what I wanted with MIH. You'll see that from MIH, I can call JC photo booth. I can email them. I can navigate to them. And I can visit their own website for more information. So this is the website over here. I can have the about, the packages, the contract. Let's have a look at the home. JC photo booth. Message us. Cool. Interesting. Interesting. Who are JC photo booth? Photo stuff. This is beautiful. This is amazing. I love it so much. I appreciate it so much. And the contact details at the bottom. Nice. The about. Oh, so it's one of those kind of things. Okay, so packages. Customers have the flexibility to select between 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours rental duration. Each offered at a distinct price tier. Love it. What is included with the photo booth hiring? Remember, guys, if you need a photo booth, check out JC's photo booth. This is the one. Unlimited photos and printing. Love it. On-site instant printing. Amazing. Professional on-site photo booth operator. Cool. Logo design. So I'm guessing it's something like this at the bottom of your screen. Cool. Print layout options such as photo strips, which is this on the screen. All high resolution photos via a link. This is amazing. Please, guys, check out JC Photo Booth. There's a little bug at the moment. If you go back, if you search for it, there's a little bug at the moment. We're going to fix this tomorrow. I'll try and understand why, but the website is there. Let's see where you guys are situated. Jay, did you add your GPS location in? Another bug. We found another bug, guys. So if someone doesn't have, but you should have the GPS location. Interesting. 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 I don't think it's working. So it should be working, right? But I don't know why it's not working on that profile specifically. But it should be working with, so Mzansi. Oh, I'm a fool. So you see here, it works on this side. Interesting. I wonder why it's not working. I will have to figure it out. But now that we have some more examples inside there, let me know if you want to add your business to MIH. Please feel free to search Mzansi Innovation Hub on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web, and you'll find us there. You can download it, create an account, and set up your profile and your business profile. And you can also have something like this, or JC's, or something like this, right? And we can even email directly from MIH, right? I don't have an email set up at the moment. It opens up iCloud, which is garbage. So iMessage, whatever it's called, which I don't use. Very interesting. And visit the website. I love this. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. Cool. Thank you so much, Jay, for letting us review your profile and your business. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's flip the camera. If there's anyone out there that created an MIH account and you would like us to review your profile, let us know. You can put it in the chat right now, and we can have a look to see together your purpose and your business's mission and vision. But I think what we'll do is in tomorrow's live, we'll go through that again. Right, we'll try and look for specific people. I'll have a look to see who else is there, and we can review their business and stuff. And I'll also try and fix those bugs. Let me get my book. So there was 2 bugs that we found today. The one bug is, I know what it's all about, right? It's specifically about the profile picture. So business display profile picture, business. So this is bugs. Business display pro pic, and then location bug. Cool. So yeah, so there's 2 bugs that we found. I'll fix that tomorrow in phase 2 or the next update. This should be fixed, and I don't even think it's an issue with. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out tomorrow. Maybe in the live tomorrow we can also code a bit. But cool, thank you so much everyone for joining the live today. You just saw a glimpse at the potential of the Mzansi directory when we were looking at JC's photo booth, right? So I love it. I love that everyone is participating in it. I'm getting to see people's purpose, their vision, their mission, all of the above, right? So please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all those nice things. We are live Monday to Thursday every single week over on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. But the better experience is over on the other platforms. Thank you so much, Pumlani, for the follow. Don't forget to download MIH. Just search Mzansi Innovation Hub on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. And follow us on the other platforms. Let's keep working hard, Mzansi, 100%. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And let's keep working hard, Mzansi. I will see you tomorrow.